I have recordings of them confessing that, you know, the other.
I have accounts of them admitting that you know different folks that they have on the finance, all the above, And the thing that matters is the superb thing about secrecy arrangements and non divulgence arrangements is that they can't keep you from surrendering those things to the police young. Lady, didn't I let you know that Cassie truly opened the conduits with that claim? And presently, the men casualties of Hollywood hunters are at last approaching and uncovering these killjoys and the most sent to stand up is media star Christian Keys, who just moved forward to uncover some weighty stuff around two strong tycoon men, who badgering him for a really long time and purportedly attempted to say him, and you all word on the road is that one of these men is Tyler Perry, so Christian dropped a video that is causing a ruckus, discussing how one as well as two hotshots in the business bothered him. And as per Christian, one of these fellows even attempted to bounce into bed with him and offered him 100,000 just to strip down. Christian referenced how Cassie's boldness enlivened him to recount his own story, and before you blame him for getting on board with that temporary fad, Christian clarified, this isn't about scoundrel and he needs to take the receipts to the police. Gracious. Definitely, honey. He has the receipts and the accounts, all that to back up what he's talking about has reminded me about not simply me cuz it was ruthless going through it cuz it went on for quite a long time. Yet, do we know without a doubt who the men are Christian is getting down on? Well, he's not out and out saying it, but rather he dropped a few signs that got people believing he's discussing Tyler Perry, an extremely rich person, Robert F. Smith, and afterwards certain individuals are conjecturing that Diddy could have been involved too, on the grounds that Christian is only his sort. The entire story is insane. So how about we make a plunge and unload this ladies need to manage it as well as its additionally, men some of the time, and it'll be men enticing men once the began I resembled well. I got to safeguard me cuz I'm saying no, and I don't need this individual, however strong as they may be, to attempt to hinder my work. So I began recording so I make them offer me cash to take my garments off. So to give you some foundation, first Christian Keys is an entertainer and model who began his profession as a visitor star on various television programs prior to handling a common job on the BET parody series We Should Remain Together. Christian additionally showed up in a few music recordings like Carrie Hilson's Energy, Ashanti, The Way That I Love You, and Bag by Mary J. Blige. Yet the primary big screen move for Christian was in Tyler Perry's Journal of a Distraught Person of Color back in 2005. And after he worked with Tyler on a few different tasks like Media Goes to Prison, What's Finished in Obscurity, and Every One of the Sovereign's Men, additionally a suitable title, and this set of experiences with Tyler Perry is the principal motivation behind why fans are currently estimating that Christian was discussing Tyler in his new Instagram live meeting, where he uncovered he's been managing provocation from two strong tycoons for a really long time. Christian said these men are viewed as legend locally, but one of these men continued to attempt to inspire him to do problematic things like strip down for cash, yet Christian made it completely clear he didn't succumb to that wreck. And he's swearing all over that he has the receipts to demonstrate what he's talking about on the grounds that he covertly recorded this large number of obscene recommendations. I've kept one of these on me since whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, on the grounds that most hunters would check your telephone, and when the began I resembled well, I got to safeguard me cuz I'm saying no. And I don't need this individual, however strong as they may be, to attempt to hinder my work. So I began recording so I make them offer me cash to take my garments off. I have accounts when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have accounts of them admitting that you know different folks that they have on the finance, all the above them. And the thing that matters is the great thing about secrecy arrangements and non-exposure arrangements is that they can't keep you from giving those things to the police on the grounds that is a wrongdoing endeavored is a crime, and Christian isn't playing around. He's talking attorneys, police, the entire nine to put these supposed hunters on impact. I'm in a real sense decisively arranging my next 8M maneuvers. I'm Lord Almighty got me since he was watching whenever I was offered these valuable open doors, and I didn't say okay. I didn't sell my spirit or my reason, my French you. All I know some of you all trust ideally. You all have no children around except for I didn't not sell anything for progress. It resembles nah, that is not what I need, Christian. in cases that these men just wouldn't take no for a response. And they continued onward at him for a really long time, appearing at his place and welcoming him over to theirs, and regardless of how frequently he let them know he doesn't get down like that, they continued to push it yet. Here's the win. Christian said that he let the legal time limit terminate deliberately, and he's swearing he's not keen on suing these people for cash. Rather, he said he previously made arrangements with his attorneys if he needs to present every one of the accounts straightforwardly to the police legal time limit lapse. There's no need to focus on cash except for I must bring the receipts, the accounts down to the police division and allow them to hear this singular, I wasn't working for him in the month. And the year that he made an appearance to my loft and offered me 100,000 to take my garments off. He said I don't for even a moment need to contact you. I simply need to see you bare. I declined Kazi. Again, picturesque gathering. I got my honesty with me. I'll take the long strategy for getting around yet being that I wasn't working with him. And we were in my condo. He visited my loft to the table for me, a task of this fall, on the grounds that the lead of this specific undertaking planned to accomplish something different, so he really wanted another lead. I recorded it since I have little to no faith in him. And I told him again and again, he still recently attempted. Oh, on the off chance that individuals don't completely accept that they can hear him in his voice. I have consistently kept, and you definitely realize that virtual entertainment went wild after Christian's life exploded attempting to sort this riddle out. Now, obviously, Diddy's name was at the forefront of everybody's thoughts, considering all that has been happening for the beyond couple of weeks and all that we've found out about Diddy. Yet, it seems to be the vast majority currently feel that the two men who supposedly pestered Christian are Tyler Perry, an extremely rich person, Robert F. Smith, the pioneer chief and director of Vista Trading Company, and individuals have their explanations behind naming these two. So at one point during his live, Christian expressed something as per nah. Didn't see that narrative, and people figure he may be referring to Tyler Perry's bio narrative Maxine's Child, the Tyler Perry story, which came out last month concerning the other claimed hunter Robert F. Sem. Christian spilled that after a gathering with a top dog financial backer to attempt to inspire him to put resources into his organization. Things took some wild turn, and purportedly this financial backer welcomed him to something else entirely space that turned out to be a private soup. Get this, man probably exchanged into something more agreeable. Velvety nightgown and a robe, and offered Christian champagne and a few strawberries. This man was up. Prepared now. Christian tossed a significant clue in his live, saying that this equivalent man is currently statement, quote, paying educational costs for HBCU classes, end statement. I'm certain he resembles, are you certain that second, are you certain means, in the event that you don't remain and do what I maintain, that you're not going should get what you're expecting. Now this specific folks are out here paying educational costs for whole classes of HBCU after this crude need to air him out too. I'm worn out on conveying with me. I'm drained, and individuals via online entertainment. They're coming to an obvious when figuring it may very well be Robert F. Smith. Since last year, Smith reported a gigantic 1.8 million program for HBCU understudies by how Robert F. Smith is supposedly near Diddy and has openly lauded him time and again in the past. Back in 2019, when Smith declared he would take care of more house class of 2019 understudy loans, Diddy shared a erased post saying this is delightful, rousing, moving, and persuasive. This is conceivable. This is the way we normally are as a group. We are a clan. We should deal with one another. Diddy, shut up. In any case, presently, let me get straight to the pot. And this is hypothesis right now, so we'll need to keep a watch out what will happen when Christian takes those accounts to the police. Meanwhile, individuals are saying it's the ideal opportunity for him to development in Hollywood, since there's as yet a shame around men who've had to deal with sack. And it's so wrecked on the grounds that it's typically different men telling gay wisecracks and downplaying their experience. Think about how everybody joked those men Diddy was attempting to take shots, calling them daddy before everybody. And look, I'm not saying that large number of